would you describe your work in Kin?
Kin is an organization that create awareness towards people with disabilities, and we work along with the churches to help them understand how to include people with special needs.
Can you share how you've seen your work transform others in the churches that you have served in?
Recently, I was running one workshop for one of the churches, and after the workshop ends, the participants actually feedback to me that they have a better understanding of what inclusion is all about. And there's one story that I would like to share with you all. It happens in our church, right? CPC. So there was once, I think last year, I met a lady. So she was asking me what am I doing in Keen, you know. And then when I told her that we are trying to create awareness on inclusion towards people with special needs, the first reaction I remember she told me was, "Thank you so much." And then she told me, "Because I have a son who has autism. How I wish I would have known you earlier, and Keen would have started earlier." And she told me that she was very, very grateful that there's someone like us who are actually voices, you know, for people with special needs, because people with special needs generally they can't voice out for themselves. She was very, very happy, and you know, when I heard all this kind of remarks, I felt very encouraged.
How have you seen yourself grow in your relationship with God during your time in Kin?
Whoa. I feel that what I know is only very superficial. But when I joined Kin, I remember the first time I was asked to teach the biblical aspect for inclusion. I really have no confidence to do it. There was one thing that I was unable to understand, a certain part of this Bible verse, Luke 14, verse 13 to 14, talking about a grand banquet. So there was this line that Jesus says, invite those crippled, poor, blind, because they can never repay you. Now, when I heard that, I really don't know how to pitch, because I felt that it's like being a person with disabilities, I am not ashamed to say that I contributed to the society. I am, in fact, involved in community work. So how can you say that, you know, a blind cannot repay? But it didn't take me long to actually understand that what this verse is all about is not that we cannot repay, but it's more of the unconditional love that God wants us to see. So it's just like how God loves us unconditionally. So He also hopes that we can love others unconditionally. And I think another big thing that I learned from Keen was the framework of the whole church for the whole family, especially when you talk about inclusion towards people with disabilities. We will always put everything on either an individual or maybe one particular ministry. But this is not how Keen looks at inclusion. We always believe that it's the whole church.
What is Zona comes with its challenges? How have you navigated these challenges, especially considering your unique perspective as a blind person?
It's really different from what I encounter when I was working elsewhere, because my colleagues over here really practice what they preach. And they really make me feel like a family. I don't feel excluded. I have a vision impairment. It wasn't easy, right? But they were so willing to learn, and my challenges become kind of a comfort zone for me now. Yeah.
What motivates you to continue to want to work in Kin?
I really love working with them. Aside from Keen being able to give me a stable job, I also believe that it's a mission that God sent me here. The words, the world. I practice what I preach. And it actually makes my personality a more holistic one. Not just only having a better understanding of the Bible, my connection with God is closer. And I'm surrounded by people who share the same beliefs as I do. It's really meaningful.